Hello students, today we will be going over practice for the state test. Okay, first thing I need you to do is go to this website, and the website is utah.pearsonaccessnext.com. Okay, so wait for a minute and then it brings this up. Then we go to test preparation right here in the middle at the top. Click on that, and then we go to question samplers. Okay, then we go down to the question samplers here, and we want to go down to the third one, grade 9 and 10 mathematics sampler questions. Okay, now we'll be bringing this up. And then if you're logged in, I think with your Jordan district, it should say welcome test nav user. And then you go ahead, there's one question or one section with 25 questions. So we go ahead and start. You have to agree to terms and we continue. Start. Now ready to take the math test. Okay. You'll find the button for the user drop-down menu, find tools, following tools up here. Let's go over here. We have review. That will help you navigate to different questions. I believe if you answer one question, you cannot go back. Bookmark a question for review. You might be able to go back if you can do that. I don't know. Let's try a couple when we go through. Here's the TI-84 calculator, just like we practiced for doing a bunch of the stats. Remember, you can push stat, and then once you get that, you want to edit, and then you can put your numbers in here, just like I showed you, and then after that, you can push stat and then calc, okay? And then if you wanted to move the calculator, you can move it over. You can also do the Desmos calculator, so if you needed to graph something, like if you needed y equals 3x minus 4, you can see what the graph is going to look like, okay? So again, there's two different types of calculators. Use the one that's best for you for that particular problem, okay? And I'm going to move me over to here. There's text-to-speech over here if you need somebody to read you the test.
Math. You are now ready to take the math test.
Okay, so that, but I do require you to have a plug-in if you decide you want the math test read to you. So, text-to-speech settings, skip ahead, jump back, toggle click to here, play text-to-speech. Also know that when we take the actual test, you'll be logged in for 75 minutes. And I believe you cannot go back into it once you've logged out. So it's super important that you take care of restroom breaks or get a water bottle or something that you might need for the test, okay? So to navigate the test, we're going to go ahead and start right here, up here in the right-hand corner. That's where you continue to the next question. An expression is shown. What is the product of the two factors? Okay, if you add them or multiply them and the base is the same, you add the exponents. A to the third times A to the 2/3, 4/3, and 2/3 is 6/3, and that would be A squared. And then we go to the next one. Okay, graph the function f of x equals 8 to the 1/2 raised to the power of x minus 2. Is it linear, quadratic, or exponential? Okay, linear would not have a power that has an x. Its greatest power would be to the first power, which this is not. It's not quadratic because that would be raised to the second power. So it's got to be exponential, okay? So if we wanted to try the graphing calculator or the Desmos graphing calculator, I wonder if we could put it in there. Do you think we could? 8 times 1/2. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. And let's see, I'm just getting in the way all over the place. Where would you find the power button? Okay. Okay, so it would be raised to the power of x. ABC, I do not see, nope, not that. So we do not want that one. I don't know how to undo that now. Okay. All right. So if it's raised to the power of x, and then we go -2. Okay, and then we could go return. See what that graph looks like. Okay, so it looks like I might need a little bit of help also on figuring out this thing as well. So, okay, if I put 0 in there, 1/2 to the 0 power is 1. 8 times 1 is 8, -2 is 6. So I know 0, 6 will be one of my points. So I need to put a point. Oh, did I put that exponential? And one of my points is at 0, 6. If I click up there, okay, let's get rid of that. Okay. And then if I put 1 in there, 1/2 to the first power is 1/2. 1/2 of 8 is 4, -2 is 2. So 1 up there is 2. And that's what your quadratic equation would look like. Knowing that if it's 1/2 or if it's a fraction raised to a power of x, it's going to be declining there. Okay, go to the next one. Okay, the graph below models a constant decrease in annual licorice sales for licorice company. Okay, how much is decreasing? So this is going by 1, 20, 15, 10. Obviously, it's going down by 5,000 per year. Okay, so if I needed to use a graphing calculator, then when I could go like 20 minus 15 on here, which is a little bit overkill. So you wouldn't need a full-blown calculator for that. Let's see, go second, clear. Okay. Okay. All right, so you could just use the calculator there to figure out 20 minus 15 is 5. I don't need to do that. Okay, we go on to the next question. Okay, it's rotated 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. Where will the points be? A, if it's clockwise, it's going to be basically, I can pretend it's 90 degrees. So the X and the Y coordinates switch. So B is going to be at 1, 1. Again, if it's 90 degrees clockwise, it's in quadrant A, or quadrant 1. So this is, everything's positive, okay? So then A is at -4, 3. So it's going to go to 3, 4. So 3 and 4 would be up there. Wonder if it would let us put that dot in there. Okay. And then the last one, C, is at -5, 1. It would go to 1, 5. And then you can get used to all of this, how things work. Okay. As far as putting in the numbers where they need to go and kind of understanding what it should be. I do not know if there is a way you could like actually draw it in, but I do think we can have graphing paper for you if you need it. Okay, and I think that would be a really good thing to do. Okay. All right, I'll let you work on the probability. This again you could use on your calculator. Is the answer rational or irrational on either of these? This is going to be irrational because square root of 7 is an irrational number. This one is going to end up being rational. Does that work on the calculator, I wonder? Square root of 8 times the square root of 8. Let's see. So, square root of 8 times square root of 8. And this is not over the whole thing. So let's try that again. So we go the square root of 8. Second, x squared gives you the square root of 8. Okay. Not 88. No, it's not times. So you can push delete. Okay. All right.